So what I want to show is how we've been having it up until this point has been Dubb.com and AI.Dubb.com. So these two powerful things where, like Ruben was saying, Dubb was the mainstay for a number of years. And now we've recently added this AI coworker that pretty much does everything. So they're both connected. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to show from Dubb AI, Dubb essentially now, how you can interact and do different things. So I'm going to show that in 1 second. But for the new folks, the main idea behind Dubb AI is to take any tasks that you were either doing manually or if you were using other AIs like ChatGPT, Grok, Gemini, Claude to strategize, write, organize, all that's great. What Dubb AI does is it does the doing, as we like to phrase it. So it's going to send emails in on your behalf. It's going to be in your personal voice, so it understands who you are. It's going to be able to do lead gen as long as you provide it with the proper description of your folks. It's going to be able to verify their information. So if you're in real estate, skip tracing, all that, you got your leads, put them in there, make sure what's are good, what are not. It can update your CRM. It can create assets for you on the fly. So these are all things where when you look at your day, what can I take off my plate and give it to Dubb AI and have this seamlessly connected with Dubb together? So that's what I'm going to show right now. So when I share my screen here, I'm going to show you two different things. Let me share it here, and then I will show you what we're looking at. Let me highlight this. Okay. All right. So the world as you know it, Dubb, right? This is what our 10 a.m. trainings were all about, Dubb, the recording sales studio. You're making videos, you're setting them, their landing pages. It's great. And then we have this right over here. This was AI.Dubb.com. The two worlds have been connected through this little doorway, which is right here, where you can toggle back and forth between both. So what I'm going to show you is the ability to communicate with Dubb through Dubb AI, the unified Dubb, in terms of what we're able to do. Now, the initial discussion of Dubb right here, as a reminder, what does it do? It does this. We send videos with Dubb, the Dubb Studio. You record webcam videos, you send it to folks. You record screen recording videos and send them to folks. You record mobile app videos and send them to folks. And when they land here and they click, they're brought to a landing page where they have a whole experience where they can watch more videos, interact with an AI, book times and calendars, playlist of videos, totally optimized for the best reaction of a person receiving it. And that was Dubb. Record with your webcam, record screen, record mobile, send them out, get tracking, all of that stuff. Okay. So that was located here. Now with Dubb AI, because they're together, this is something that can be done. And I'll walk you through an example here. Let's say at the top, I ask Dubb right here, Dubb Sales Agent 2, how do I record a webcam video? How do I do that? Because we just looked in the email and this is a webcam video right here, right inside here. This is a webcam video right here. How do I do something like that? Well, Dubb AI can tell you how to do that. Here is the walkthrough right here of the steps you need to take, and it has the links, which is great. So imagine if I click this dashboard link right here. Hey, it takes me right into the dashboard. That's great. The record button's right up here at the top. But if you want to skip that and you want to go right to the webcam, you can click that link right there and boom, opens up your webcam and you can begin recording that webcam video that you saw. So not only education, but it pumps you right over to where you're supposed to be to record that webcam video. Now, below that, if I'm like, you know what, I want to record a Chrome extension or desktop app video. What's a Chrome extension video? Chrome extension is a screen recording video that looks just like this. Anything within your browser, put yourself in a bubble, walk on top of something, walk someone through. This is great, all within your browser. That's a Dubb Chrome extension. Also, we have a desktop app that does this. Screen recording can go on top of anything on your computer. It's not beholden to the browser. It can go on top of documents, videos, Canvas slides, whatever you want. Both are screen recordings. So right here from in the Dubb interface, Dubb AI, I can say I want to record a screen recording with the desktop app in Chrome. Guess what it's going to do? It's going to take you right for the ability to get a screen recorder action with the Chrome, right? It's going to bring you right in here. You can select the Chrome. It's going to take you to over here to the marketplace if you don't have the Chrome extension. Three-step process to pin it right up here at the top, right up here. Then if you want to grab the Dubb desktop app, right? Dubb desktop app, Google it, boom. You can go right in here, set that up, download it from Mac or PC, and you're ready to go. Now you also can ask Dubb AI, hey, how do I record a mobile app video, right? I want to do that. I want to record a video that looks like this or looks like this, or even with our picture in picture, which is a really cool function, it uses both cameras on the phone, looks like this. And you can do all of that right from in here. How do I do that? Great. Let me put you inside here. Let's teach you how to do this and then walk your way through and you're able to do it. Now, what about these over here? What about this landing page, right? Someone clicks on your video and they're here. Great. I can watch your video. I got a playlist. I got buttons to take an action. What about this? Can AI help with this? Absolutely. Hey, how do I create a call to action? It's going to take me right into the dashboard or right to the call to action section inside of Dubb, where guess what? I can create a call to action button right now, which will show up right here on a preset that we call these landing pages. So the short explanation of what this connection is between Dubb and Dubb AI here is that you can create your landing pages. You can tell Dubb AI to create these buttons in here. It'll take you to the right spot to create them. It will land you in all the right spots to do these things. So Dubb AI here, the Dubb sales agent, is going to be able to walk you through whatever you need done in terms of connecting it to Classic Dubb, our Dubb Sales Studio, to record videos. And all of it is from this chat interface right here, where you land initially in the dashboard. You tell Dubb AI like you would any coworker, any employee, any best friend pretty much in sales. Right here is where you do the prompting. Now, any of these chats that I'm telling the AI to do are in the recent chat section right over here to the left. So if you ever want to pull anything up that you've asked Dubb AI to do, you can click in here, search for whatever you need, and it will pull it up. It also has a really great addition here the team added called speech to AI refined text. So I could sit here and go something like this. Dubb, I want to record a video about recording mobile app videos and how convenient they are. The picture-in-picture function is really good. I want to do that. I also want to include virtual background. That's really cool to add in there. You know what? I really want to mention clip recording. So that's really what I want to do. I want to put a script together that's like that, about 30 seconds in length, and then I want to save it into scripts into my Dubb account. Hit the check mark, and it's going to take kind of my thoughts there. It's kind of as I was all over the place a little bit, and put them into like a prompt right here. And then when you click that, it's going to give a much organized response because it just organized your thoughts in terms of if you're using the microphone and speaking in there, and we'll break all that down for you. Now, the idea behind all of this connection between Dubb recording videos and Dubb AI and the seamless here, is so you can speak to it to do these things when you need to get done. We have Dubb AI on SMS as well, where you can text with it that I'll show in a second. But it's all about this combination of knowledge, steps, and ability to process what needs to be processed. Now, one of the basic things is this is working. I'm going to show you this over here. There we go. Boom, right in there. There we go. Okay. So can you see how we see right here, this link right here, right? I can click over here to scripts. It gave it to me, and it's going to put it right in here, and I can save it as a script right inside of Dubb. And then guess what I can do inside of Dubb? I can record a video with a teleprompter. So it's all seamless in terms of its connection. Now, by itself, when we look at Dubb AI right here, right? It has the ability to do things that are immediate. So if you were inside your email, for instance, right? And you wanted to find, missed sales opportunities in your email, right? You're like, hey, listen, Gmail, Outlook, go back and find some missed opportunities in my email. All you got to do is tell Dubb to do that, and it will go find those opportunities in your email, and it will list them out in order of priority. It also can do personalized sending, like you see right here. Do me a favor, send Rob an email about Dubb. I want to explain Dubb to him. Send it over to him in my voice, right? So then what's going to happen is Dubb sends the email just like that, and you can see it right there in my voice. So it does personalized sending. It can find opportunities in your email. It can clean up your email. It can do recurring tasks called routines. So every day at 6 a.m., listen, Dubb, I want you to go into my email and I want you to present to me some opportunities that are already sitting there right away. I can do that with my CRM. Hey, Dubb, go into my CRM, find some low-hanging fruit, present them in order here in terms of order of importance. I want to go through them. So it has access and ability to do these things. So from an email perspective, personalized sending, and then you also have the ability to go back through and find missed opportunities. You also can do with Dubb lead generation, which is absolutely fantastic. So we talk about this all the time with training. Who's your ICP? Who's your ideal client profile? Who are these folks you're reaching out to? So in this case, as an example here, we said find 5 CEOs, real estate companies, US based, 50 to 200 folks. But imagine your ICP typing this here. Dubb, because of the power on the backside, the relationships in the marketplace and the API, has the ability to do this at the highest level. So it can go find these targeted leads for you. Once it finds the targeted leads, guess what happens next? You can verify their information. So like skip tracing and real estate, you got your list, what you're good, what you're not. You're not wasting your time on folks that aren't real. It can verify right here, and then you know what's safe to send and what is not safe to send. Then once that happens, you load it into your CRM. And then you can even start a sequence. Because anytime Dubb does something for you, like we did right here, added the contacts, right? It wants to take things to the next level. So it will accomplish the task and then say, you know what? Here are three logical suggestions to go forward after I just did that thing. It found leads, it verified them, it cleaned them, and then it popped them into your CRM. And then Dubb wants to know, hey, do you want to start a sequence? How about we set a follow-up request? So it will constantly ask you these great forward-thinking abilities. So it has the ability to do lead gen, email, update your CRM. It can even create assets. So imagine this right here. Let me show you this one. So imagine you are in, where is it right here? Imagine you're in real estate, right? You say, do me a favor. Research this property here and create a one-page CMA. Maybe you're in the middle of a couple of things, you're on your way to a showing, you're busy, you're doing stuff. Dubb is going to create that right here, and then when you open it, there it is right here. And you can have your branding, your logos, whatever you need, and it has that information breakdown very quickly right here that you're able to share. Once it's created, guess what you have Dubb do? Send it. Send it right away. And then it sends it off to the person it needs to be sent to. Now, this is a real estate example, but you can have Dubb create these assets, whatever industry you're in, provide the information, have it create a one pager for you, or maybe a sales doc, brochure, whatever you need to get set up. It has the ability to start doing these things. So imagine taking actions, having Dubb AI take these actions while you're doing other things, and it can be immediate, just like that in seconds. Now, for Dubb to have the ability to go back through your email, right, and check and find these things and do personalized sending, to do lead gen, to update your CRM, to create assets, how does it have that ability? Well, this is where it all starts. So right here in the dashboard, right over to the left, there is a little button called integrations. What that means is you're going to give Dubb access now to things. So right over here, you click on here, bunch of softwares that you use here in the middle. Okay. We're going to search down right down to the search bar, and we're going to start with email because we mentioned email right in the beginning. So I use Gmail. So I'm going to look for my Gmail. Oh, there it is. I'm going to click that connect button. Now Dubb is connected with Gmail. If I use Outlook, I'm going to look for Outlook. Hey, there it is. Click connect. Now I'm going to look for my CRM. Maybe use Dubb for your CRM. Maybe you use Go High Level. Maybe Follow Up Boss. Maybe use there. Boom, connect. So search and connect. Calendar links, calendar booking links, doc stuff, emails, CRMs. Just look for what you use and connect it. Now, if you cannot find it down here, you're like, you know what, I'm looking at, I can't find it. Well, we have a special section over here to the left called custom integrations right here. So if it can't find it, guess what? Dubb can create it. And how it's created is all you have to do is just go right in here, right to the chat, and just say, hey, Dubb, create a custom integration for Follow Up Boss, whatever software is you're looking for. It will break down what it's doing to create it. And then typically it'll usually ask for an API key and give you a place to put that in, and then you'll have it. And then once it's created, it's right over here in custom integrations. So you click in here, see we have a couple in here, right? Then it would be right inside here. But you'll have it now. So in integrations, you either find what you're looking for and connect it or have Dubb create it. Now it has access to these things. Now, once Dubb has access, now it needs a certain skill level, which is what you're going to do right over here in skills. Now, in this section here, you're going to notice there's a general category across the top, and then there are different industries right here. So for the general category, you're going to see all these switches below here. The whole idea behind this is it's like a big switchboard. We're going to flip on what we normally want, Dubb to do that we do on a daily basis because we know email verification is great. We just saw that with lead gen. We want to make sure that's on. Lead generation is on. Maybe you do a lot of cold outreach. Flip that on. Because when you turn these switches on, it gives Dubb AI the green light on the back end because of the relationships, the marketplace, and the API, the skill level at the highest point to do these things at a very efficient, effective level. So turn on the switches that you turn on. You know what? I do a lot of email writing. I'm turning that on. I do email newsletter. I'm turning that on. So go through the general category and turn these on. Then you can go to your individual industries. Like if I come over here to real estate, hey, expired listings, I do a lot with that. I'm going to flip that on. Instant offers, I like that. How about open house follow-up? That's big. We don't want to let that go. I'm going to turn that on. So just make your way through general and any of the other industries that you're in and turn these switches on. So with integrations and with skills, you've now given access to the software that you use, and you gave it the top level of skill to do the things you want it to do. Now, in terms of memories, this is really important. So over here to the left, Dubb, you can create memories. So whether it's communication with Dubb right here, you want it to communicate with you in a certain way, you can create a memory. If you have certain notes on outreach, sequencing, script writing, just create a memory. How do you create the memory? You always go into the chat interface, right? Right in your dashboard, and you just come right in here and say, "Hey Dubb, make a memory." And it will make a memory for you, and it is listed right over there under memories, and you'll find it right here that you can start or delete. Now, when you're asking Dubb to do all of these things, what does that look like in terms of billing? Well, we do a 7-day free trial, 25,000 AI credits for the Dubb AI part here. And when you scroll down here, there is a routine, a recent usage section right here. So when you ask Dubb to do something, you're going to be able to see that request right down here. You're going to see the credits used, and you're going to see the cost that it was in dollars and cents. So when you click on one of these, it even gives you a more detailed. Look at this right here in the middle. You can see it right here. So you're going to have a really good idea when you begin using this what you've given over to Dubb, right? I've given a routine to do this report every day. I tell it to go do lead gen. I have it update my CRM. I have it create an asset. You're going to see all of that there. So you'll have some kind of rhythm when you're first beginning to use this, what it looks like in terms of credits used and costs used. So you'll have able to have an idea once you get past the free trial. Hey, 25 bucks is the entry for 25,000 AI credits, 50 bucks, 50,000 AI credits. You're going to have an idea of where you stand in there and what that looks like. For a lot of the usage of Dubb here with using the AI, it's really, really good for targeted stuff. So make it targeted, have it create personalized copy. That's what this is all about. And it's able for you to use this on a scale that is manageable at first, and then you can kind of build it out. Now, let me go here. So when it comes to company information right over here, this is where you're going to pop in all the relevant information about your company and what you're doing and your outreach, your logo, your branding stuff, all this in here. So Dubb has access to this. Also, there are different models of the AI. So you'll notice here, if you click on one of these here, I'm going to go to the top one over here at 4.8. They have a nice best for description in terms of like, hey, if I click this model, this is best for this. It's also going to give you an idea of cost over here to the right. So as you make your way through here, you're going to get an idea of what these different models can do, whether you want CRM updates, email daily stuff, whether you want to kind of tweak the volume up a little bit. One down the end is great. So you can really kind of, depending on the task, select the AI that you want to use the model, and you have the flexibility to do that. Now, as far as SMS, so what the team recently added was the ability to add AI with texting, which is really good because, when you're out and about doing your thing, technology wants to meet you where you are. So why not have Dubb available to be able to text you and show you what's going on? You can interact, right? So what you're going to have happen here is down here at the bottom left, there's a little three-dot menu. See where it says account right here? This is where you would add your phone number right in here. You just link your phone number. So just do +1 and then your number. There's a little pop-up when you first get the free trial that will say, do you want to add your number? You can do it there as well. But when you add it here, as soon as you do this, then you're going to get a text message from Dubb. Because a lot of the times when you're already in one physical place, like if you're already texting, doing your thing, why not have Dubb the ability to come in here and just message with you right away? Say, hey, listen, I got something to show you. So this is what this looks like. So when you put your number in there, this is going to be right here. So it says, hey, this is Dubb. How can I help you? And this is where you're going to start to interact. And when we were doing this, Dubb interacts pretty quickly back and forth. There's not much of a delay. And then what we usually recommend is just save Dubb into your phone, put it into your favorites at the top so it's easy to access. And you can do lead stuff here. We did some script stuff in here. We had to book appointments directly into a calendar. So there's a lot of cool stuff you can do back and forth where you can just tell it, hey, do this thing, and it will be able to do it. It can access videos in your Dubb video library and send them. It's pretty amazing. So it gives you the ability to interact right where you already are. Now, having the ability to learn all of this, we have a lot of support with this learning technology. So right in here, right in the dashboard, right over here to the left, there is a support section right here. So when you click in here, there is a number you can call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and this will give you answers on technology, Dubb, recording videos, sending videos, AI, anything you need here. We also have the live Zoom training, which Ruben said at the top. We're going to have one unified training from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Monday through Friday. Training videos that are edited right in here. This is where they all have titles and everything. You can see these right here. They're all put together by the team in terms of topic. We're going to keep adding to that library. And then we also have a really good documentation section over here to the right. So when you click in here, we have a full list of options. We can do feature requests in here, which is great. And then we also have a live training log. This will give you a breakdown of the past meetings we've had. And if you click on one, it's going to give you a nice detailed breakdown in terms of what the session was all about, who was there. We even have some notable quotables, all that kind of good stuff right within that section. There's also FAQs right down here at the bottom. And we'll constantly be adding to these, the things that make sense as we kind of update everything. But when you click on one, it's going to open up a nice side panel AI over here to the right, and then it will give you the answer, and you can interact with the AI for that answer. Now, when you end up loving Dubb, right, in Dubb AI, in particular Dubb AI here, we have a referral for this section of Dubb with the AI section. So if you click here and get your referral link, which is right down here at the bottom, just copy this link right here. We do a 30% one time and we do a 10% recurring with this in here. So we're very supportive of partner stuff, especially when you end up liking it and using it, which is kind of the whole point of all of this. But in short, you have Dubb and Dubb AI combining. Dubb is recording videos, webcam, mobile, screen, sending them. People click on it. They get to a landing page. They click on buttons. They interact with an AI. They see more videos. All of it's tracked. You can do bulk sending with Dubb, email, SMS. You can do automations with Pro Plus on Dubb, right? Drip sequences. And then you got Dubb AI, which is connected to Dubb that can access Dubb and send a lot of those things for you. Hey, you want to send a video? Let me go grab it. Hey, you want to write a script? Great, write it for me. Save it into my script so I can load it into a teleprompter. Hey, can you do an email campaign? Yeah, I can get that campaign together for you. So it's all interconnected. Think about Dubb AI as your person sitting at the top being like, hey, I have access to everything here. What do you want to do? And that's from the Dubb unification perspective. From the outbound stuff in terms of finding lead gens, lead generation, you're in real estate, you got a list, you want to skip trace it and make sure everything's all good. Property research stuff, all of that, asset creation, all of that can be done by Dubb AI. So when you think about the major difference out there between ChatGPT, Grok, Gemini, Claude, all of those, they can do a lot of great stuff, but what they cannot do is lead generation. And that is what Dubb AI can do with its relationships and marketplace on the backside. That's one of the most important things. And it can go in there and verify things. What's good, what's not good. All of that's very important. If you're sitting in sales, what's more important than leads? Well, closing leads, but you got to get the leads first. And you got to make sure they're good leads. And that's really efficient in time. So that is the world unification of what is happening here. Ruben, there you go.
Awesome job. Awesome job.